What's up, guys? Okay, no, not doing that. Alright, guys, today I just want to make a video going over my journaling process and kind of my background of journaling and just what I do now. I think I started journaling sometime in high school, 4 or 5 years ago maybe, and I just had a journal, and it was not consistent at all. I would just write down things that I thought were interesting, or like quotes I liked, or notes from a book, maybe something. But at this point, I wasn't writing consistently. I wasn't really reading much. I just had it, and it was very sporadic. It was probably, I probably wouldn't write in it for months at a time, and then would find something to write that I thought was good enough to write down. And then I think my senior year, as I started reading more, which is interesting, and towards like getting into college, my freshman year of college, I started to write a lot more and a lot more consistently. It was most. I can't even remember if I did it nights before I went to bed or in the morning. I think it was more nights before I went to bed that I would just write maybe about the day, about what's going on, about like where I'm at. Because I think that's when I started really like thinking more about the future. And I had a big injury my senior year of high school that, stopped me from running track. I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks, and just forced me to think about a lot of stuff because I just had no time, and like really humbled me, honestly, just because honestly, like my senior year of high school, I felt like Superman. There's no other way to put it, really, and that really humbled me, which I needed. But yeah, after that, I started to journal a lot. I just have like, I think these black journals, these like, they have the strap, and they have like the bookmark thing. It's just like a normal line journal, and so that's what I mostly used for a while. I don't think that really matters, but I was writing these like day to day. It was more throughout the day if I was feeling something, or at night, before bed, like reflecting. But it was very consistent. Even if I wasn't like making it really a point to do it every day, but it just kind of happened. And then, yeah, so I did that for a while. It's just a lot of journaling every day. And then about a year ago, I think this time, maybe a little before, I got introduced to this idea of morning pages from none other than Sip Drake, the GOAT. And the morning pages come from The Artist's Way, which I have since read and now know more about. But they're just 3 pages in the morning, as soon as you wake up, and they're just stream of consciousness, just like spilling everything onto the page. And it takes a lot of time to like get used to it. I started with 1 page, like every morning I would write 1 page, just stream of consciousness, same kind of thing, but I wasn't doing the 3 pages yet. Eventually I moved to 2 pages, because I tried the morning page once. I did 3 pages. I started with 3 pages, and I just couldn't do it, honestly, because it took an extra like 30 minutes out of my morning, and I couldn't justify it. And it was just a big thing. But if you've read Atomic Habits, you got to boil it down to like the simplest thing to start reinforcing the habit and then building on top of it. So I did 1 page. When I got back into it, started it again, probably this time last year, July 2025, maybe August. And then I moved to 2 pages, and then at some point 3 pages, and now I do 3 pages every morning. It takes me like 20 minutes, but it is very grounding for me. And honestly, transparently, the past 3 months, I feel like I haven't been getting much out of it, but trying to trust the process and just stick with it, because there's something in The Artist's Way where she says as soon as you feel resistance in the pages and you want to stop, you're on the verge of like a breakthrough. And so maybe it's ignorance or maybe it's stubbornness, I don't know. But I just keep doing them. I honestly haven't been getting much out of them. But for the first, 6 months, they were very helpful, I think. It just observing my thoughts and noticing what my mind drifted to, and not trying to judge what was wanting to come out, but just writing it, no judgment, and just letting it flow out. And so that's like, I can actually look. So these two I filled up with morning pages. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so this is from, it's in here, dude. Okay, well, I'll just look at the first date. I don't even think this is the first one. This is, May 15th, 2025. So I think it's when I first started. And then, or is it 26? I don't know. Hard to see. But then this one, this is July 18th, 2026. So this is when I was really into this. And I did this one all the way to May 14th, 2026. Okay. And so then this one, May 15th. It says 25, I think it means 26. And yeah, I did it all the way through. So I guess, let's say January, so 6 months I've been consistently actually doing them. But yeah, now I'm in this one, about halfway through. And it is, I didn't know. No, this one's done. I'm lost. This is the one I'm in right now. Okay, I'm sorry guys. But whatever, been doing that. And I do really enjoy it. I really think journaling is one of the best habits out there, just because it's, at least for me personally, obviously I'm an advocate for it because it helped me, but it just helped me organize my thoughts and get everything I was anxious about out of my head and onto paper, and I could look at it and see it, and just like, it wasn't solved, but I just could like have some peace with it and didn't need to feel that anxiety about it. And it's also really interesting because, here's an old one. This is a mess over here, by the way. Here's an old one. You can see it's like falling apart. Yeah, this is just stuff I write. And it's so interesting to look back from like a year ago, 6 months ago, and things that I thought were so important that I had to write down, that I was worried about. I look back at it now and it just, I can see how trivial it was in the moment to be so anxious about it, because I'm so removed from it now, and I can see these things that I was so worried about, and it's like, okay, well, maybe it ended up working out anyway, and that worrying did nothing for me. Or maybe it didn't end up working out, but I was so worried about it not working out, I thought I was going to die, and it didn't kill me. I'm still here. So it's just really an interesting reflective process to put your thoughts down, because also, if you're like creating and have an idea and you always think, oh yeah, I'll do that later, or I'll write that down later, or I'll make that thing later, you never, at least personally, I never remember it. And so writing those down when you get them, that's why I always try to have something on me to write down, because I always forget it when I have those ideas, and I always have those the best ideas away from the paper, away from the page. But I think it just, for me, it's so in tandem with reading, because it just, I read something, I'm inspired. I write things down. I write notes down in my book. But if I have like for some reason, dots get connected while I'm reading, I'm like, okay, I gotta put the book down, open the journal, and go. I just love it. I don't know. I'm always gonna advocate for it. But I just want to make that selfishly to reinforce the habit of making these videos, but also because it is something I love to do and I want to share. It hopefully inspires someone to start journaling because I think it's a really powerful habit to have. So you don't need any prompt. You can use a prompt if it helps. One of my favorite prompts, honestly, that I used, which this is also back when I was very anxious about the future and everything. It was just like, what are you scared of? And I listed out like in the immediate term, like in the moment, like within a week or something, and then short term, like a few months from now, like that semester, and then like long term, my career out of college, where I'm gonna go, relationships, like all that. That is a really interesting one. Because again, writing it down just I feel like helps so much. But don't take it from me. Try it yourself. So love you guys. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Boop.